Prepare and lodge PAYG annual summary with MGIF file. GovReports has 5 types of PAYG annual summary that you can prepare, including the voluntary ETP and the business and personal services, as well as the super income stream payment and super lump sum payment. When you log into GovReports and arrive at the dashboard, enter the client's name so you can pull up the client's profile. Go to Forms, select PAYG annual summary. In this case, you do have 2 options to prepare the PAYG annual summary. You can do it manually or import the MGIF file. In this case, we import the MGIF file. GovReport accepts all MGIF file from payroll software. Select the file where you save on your desktop. Once you selected it, read file. Now you would have all the details of all the employees on that MGIF file that has been uploaded. You can enter the client's name or who is authorized signature on behalf of the employer or the client, and just review all the informations that are on the employees. Now, if some of the informations here that are not correct, you can go into it and make the changes accordingly. Once you make the change, make sure you save it. Now review all the informations. If some payroll software do not enable you to do ETP, payment summaries, or some other payment summaries, you can't add the clients, you can add the employees, the same employee. Just basically select the correct type of PAYG that you want to do. In this case, I'm going to choose the ETP and the tax file number. I might not have all the details. Just hopefully it will accept. I wouldn't know. And that now has been added to the payment summaries. Previously it was 18, it's now 19. You can save as a draft if you haven't got all the information together, or you can pre-lodge to validate the information what the ATO has on this client, or save and validate means that it will save the data that you have entered and validate with the ATO for cross-reference. Or if you have digital signature, you can save and validate and send for signature. And if you already have the client's authorizations to lodge, you can click lodge directly. For this particular example, we're going to save and validate. Once it has been saved, you can see that it's gone to your saved reports. You can now click onto it. The status is valid, the Q date, and of course you can print out the annual report for the employer and send it to the employer for authorizations, or you can email it to your clients, and that will come with the attachment. Of course, if you've got email settings in GovReports, it will be sent from your email with the email signature if you set it up with the email signature, or you can send it to someone else, whoever is requesting for it. Once you got the client's authorizations, you can tick to select the report and lodge. If you need to print out the individual payment summaries to the employees, you can go to payees details by click on actions. It will now list all the payees details in the MGIF file that was uploaded earlier. You can click on actions on the same clients. You can print out the actual payment summaries that was for that particular employee, or you can also email directly to that employee if he or she is requesting for it. Otherwise, as I mentioned, you can tick to select the PAYG payment summary and lodge. Once it has been lodged, you can see that the form has been lodged successfully. It is now in the queue between the GovReports and between SBR and the ATO. It will take a couple of minutes before it arrives to your lodge reports. You can go back to Bird's View. When that has been lodged through, you can view the actual lodge PAYG payment summary that you just submitted in your lodge reports on your today's lodgement. You can now click on today's lodgement to view the actual lodge PAYG payment summary that you've just submitted. You can see the lodgement receipts and the timestamps that it has arrived to the government agency. There's 4 government agencies there. And of course, you can click on the report to print out the actual report that has been submitted to the ATO. If you want to email to your clients, you can click on email, and it will come with the actual report that was lodged and the lodgement receipts. If you need to send the individual payment summaries to the employees, you can go to the actions and click on pays details. And similarly, you can go to actions to print out the actual payment summary for that particular employee, or email it directly to that employee or the employer if there is a request for that particular payment summaries.